to all the comic fans, Marvel geeks, and all the nerds in between. Today we are going to break down the first episode of What If, Season 3. And when I say we, I mean myself, Megan Nicole from Vigilante Vibes Podcast, and LJ from Bleeding Rainbows Comics.
That is me. Hello. Welcome all.
And we are both here with Nerd Initiative to get into What If, Season 3, Episode 3, titled What If the Red Guardian Stopped the Winter Soldier? Which is like, even the name of it has all the makings of an episode I would like.
Yes, I mean, I love Red Guardian as like a secondary character. I don't know how much he can carry like a main thing. But I think having him with Winter Soldier kind of being the straight man worked. It works better than I thought.
Yeah.
But no, I don't know. I can't picture our MCU's Winter Soldier being so easy to have a heart.
And also, Marvel wants us to be super aware of Red Guardian. I don't know why, but it makes me feel like he's going to die in Thunderbolts.
Yeah, I 100% think that that's going to happen because of all of the stuff in the trailers we've seen of Yelena going through her own personal stuff. And so giving Yelena a more personal stake in that Thunderbolt story with Red Guardian not making it, I think that that's happening. And I think that we're getting out all of the Red Guardian that we can to expose audiences and be like, oh, this is a character. Care about him, please. But it's David Harbour, so it's not hard to.
It's not hard to. Well, I mean, we saw the trailer for Thunderbolts, and it starts with her going to her dad and, like, confiding in him how she feels. And as soon as that happened, I was like, oh, shoot. It's going too well.
Well, I mean, we're getting the Disney syndrome, and we can't have parents be alive.
That's true.
So, I mean, either he won't make it out of Thunderbolts, or it will be a question as to whether he will. But no, we're definitely setting up Red Guardian, and they clearly structured this season of What If around this phase of the MCU. With Agatha, with Sam leading the first episode, with Bucky being back. Like, we got a lot going on. That's all, like, here's all these characters that we want you to be more invested in.
Yeah, it was like Monica Rambeau, even Moon Knight. It was like, these are all very recent characters.
So, ironically, all of those were in the episode that made you not care about the characters, but it's fine. Moving past.
They tried to make us not care about those characters.
They really did. They were like, these are just robot people. I'm going to take away all of the personality of the character that you actually love and just make it all about the mechas.
Yeah.
Like, but Monica.
It's just, there's so much trauma from that first episode.
Back to this episode, which was not a clunker like the first one. I actually enjoyed it. I wouldn't say that my side of Marvel is the Captain America Winter Soldier side of Marvel. Like, I enjoy all of it. Yeah, I am very much the supernatural side of Marvel. And so I'm assuming that because I enjoyed this episode, that it did pretty well. Because, like I said, I enjoy all of the Marvel content for the most part. But making me enjoy this part of Marvel, it was nice. I do think that they're leaning a little bit into humor a little too much in What If. That's my only gripe. But they kind of remedied it in this episode a little bit, but there's so much humor. And I don't think that is what everybody is looking for.
I agree, but I also think, like, with Red Guardian, you can't not have humor. And I think it kind of dulled down Bucky's super serious attitude. I think they worked really well together, but I think they also kind of watered down each other.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think in this episode, it worked because of the backdrop you had the humor on. But for instance, like the last 2 episodes, it was like all humor all the time. And then serious Hulk moment, all back to humor. We're leaning really heavy into it. But I don't know. It did work a little bit better, but my I just I mean, it is a what if, so it's working in hypotheticals. It's just really hard to picture Winter Soldier being the one that has a heart and won't murder when told to, and because I don't think it was hard enough to get Cap through to him, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah, that is
And
true.
so, I mean, maybe Red Guardian kind of being a Cap variant, maybe that was the shortcut to get into his feels. Um, but I don't know. I liked it overall. I also liked Goliath, and also shout out to my girl America Ferrera because I will cherish her in every single thing she's ever in. I'm
True.
wearing Barbie just for her today.
National treasure.
This was actually coincidental. I'm just now realizing that I think subconsciously that's what I grabbed. But
When I saw it, I was like, oh, he's making a statement. I like that.
oh, I am making a step. I will support America Ferrera intentionally or accidentally. Um,
As you
but
should.
no, I'm glad that she was like throughout the episode. Now, if you're not a America Ferrera stan, it might have been a little weird to have the Ranger go through the entire episode, but I appreciated it.
I liked it. I thought it
I
fit.
also liked her. I'm not getting over time for this holding her hat with the coins. Like felt.
So, in this, if you haven't watched this episode, I'm about to break it down for you. So, spoiler warning, I suppose. In 1991, Red Guardian isn't pleased with his upcoming undercover assignment from General Dreykov to serve as a data analyst. So he secretly boards a plane to join forces with Bucky after hearing about the Winter Soldier's upcoming mission based on intel from a Russian spy embedded in the U.S. named Rook, which I feel like is a pretty generic vanilla villain name. It's a
Well,
good
we'll
one.
forget about him after this anyway, so it
I
doesn't matter.
forgot about him until I said his name, so there's that. So Red
Fair.
Guardian arrives just in time to stop Bucky from killing the Starks, wanting witnesses to strike fear in the hearts of Americans in the name of the Russian superiority. Law enforcement starts to arrive, turning Bucky and Alexei into fugitives with no extraction provided by the Red Room, because the Red Room does not care about you. Think we all know that now.
Aw.
Yeah. What can you do? Believing Rook will help them escape the United States, Red Guardian and the Winter Soldier head for Las Vegas, evading the police and Bill Foster's Goliath. Patching themselves up, Red Guardian helps the Winter Soldier recover a single memory from his past as Bucky Barnes. However, Barnes later receives secret orders from Dreykov to have Alexei unalived. Arriving in Las Vegas, Bucky and Alexei discover that Rook is none other than Obadiah Stane, who simply sold intel in exchange for Hydra and the Russians killing the Starks. After the Winter Soldier kills Stane, the duo briefly fights Goliath before being cornered by Hydra. Of course, it is Hydra. Breaking his brainwashing, Bucky and Alexei go down swinging, fighting Hydra. Winter Soldier is taken back into custody to receive more conditioning, though it's revealed that Alexei escaped to start a new life as a gym teacher before Foster recruits him to join the Avengers. I thought gym teacher fits so well with his like overall vibe. He's just that guy.
I agree. Of all of the gym teachers that I know, I feel like he would be the most appropriate to stick in that role. And being a teacher, I know quite a bit of gym teachers.
True.
But no, I thought that was perfect. I would have really liked at the end when he stood by Natasha for her to have more of a reaction. Like she kind of did have a reaction. Um, but I don't know. Since his whole like background is different, did he ever foster Natasha in that universe?
I don't know. Like I thought the same. I was like, is that his daughter? Because like Melina, we've seen Melina, but now we're
Hmm.
seeing them separately.
Yeah, and so I think that in this universe, he never took that trip to Ohio where
Okay.
he would have gotten Natasha and Yelena. So I don't think they have anything to do with each other until they join the team together.
Work colleagues. Yeah,
Hmm.
I can see that.
But yeah, at the end, I was like, wait a minute, what would their relationship be in this universe? But I don't think they would have one. I think that she would just really be, well, she would also still be really annoyed by his existence.
Oh, she would
just
hate
not
him.
his foster daughter.
Yeah, she would be like, oh my God, kill him off. Just get rid of
Yeah.
him.
And they probably would. That was what, the Avengers 2012 movie? They probably would have killed him off in that movie.
What If is so unhinged that you just don't know what's going on. Because in the last season, I believe Melina, was it, and Yelena had an episode together where they're mother and daughter. I think it was Yelena. I don't know. I watched last season like twice and I moved on from it.
I actually haven't watched last season since last season dropped, so I'm not sure.
Wow.
I only remember like 2 of those episodes, mostly anything to do with
Cohorty.
MVP. But for this one, the thing I'm most excited about for this season is whichever one Natasha Lyonne is in as like that bird lady. I'm so excited. I don't know when it will be, but I'm excited for it.
I'm curious what tomorrow's episode. It's Christmas Day tomorrow. Oh, happy Christmas Eve, everyone. Sorry.
Happy Christmas Eve.
I wonder what
tomorrow is
will be.
Howard the Duck Got Hitched.
Oh, for goodness sake. Guys, like, I haven't seen the episode. I know nothing about it. I can't stand that duck. So, I don't know how that's going to go for me.
Wynn just made me 3D print a Howard the Duck, so I guess it's appropriate timing.
If anyone was curious, when is the other half of Bleeding Rainbow Comics who would be here, but COVID.
Yeah, he is upstairs. He hasn't coughed for a bit. I think he coughed himself to sleep.
Or he's dead. You may want to check, make sure he's breathing.
He could be. Well, at least the cat will have something to eat for a bit.
So overall,
but no, I always forget when we're not on my channel. I'm like, oh, I can't bring up things without explaining.
Yeah, true. And plus, for like new listeners, you never know.
That's true.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. What were you saying before I interrupted?
Oh no, you're fine. So overall, what do we give this episode?
I think it's somewhere in between 1 and 3 or 1 and 2. I'd probably give it like a 7, 6.5, 7, somewhere in there.
Oh, you said between 1 and 2, and I was like, dang, the other day you said that a 5.5 was a lot. That wasn't much.
No, between episode 1 and 2.
Oh.
From my 5.5 to 8, somewhere in the middle of those 2 episodes. So I'm going to give it a 7.
7's good.
Because if I enjoyed it and I'm not a big Captain America, like that part of the world fan, they earned it.
Oh, I agree. All right, I'd say 7.5. Love the characters. Think they could have done better, but still really enjoyed it.
But no, I would be more inclined to say 6.5, but America Ferrera being in the episode automatically puts it at least a 7. So I can't go any lower than that.
I get that. I didn't realize it was America Ferrera would be in it until today.
Yeah, I didn't realize that until the opening credits, and I was like, oh my God, what's she doing? Give her superpowers. I want to see superpowered America Ferrera.
I just want
Which
America
I can't
Ferrera
complain
to be in
because they're
everything.
giving me... Same, but I can't complain because they're giving me superpowered Natasha Lyonne, and so I will take that.
That's true. Okay, well, stick with us tomorrow on Christmas Day to go through the 4th episode of What If Season 3. Something about Howard the Duck.
I was about to say, in season 2, did he get, like... Wasn't he with Darcy?
Yes.
Is he marrying Darcy?
Oh,
That's weird.
y'all don't do that. Make it like Daisy Duck or something. Make it any other duck. Don't do something weird. Don't do Darcy like that.
It's gonna be Red Guardian.
He's gonna be officiating the wedding.
Oh, he's gonna be in it. He's marrying Howard.
What I'm curious about is like the trailer showed us so many big things, like world-ending situations with Monica and not Anthony Mackie, Sam Wilson, and then you saw like Cohorty. Where are these episodes? Because tomorrow we're halfway through.
Well, looking at the roster here, the one after Christmas says, "What if the emergence destroyed the Earth?"
Ooh.
So that could be something up there. Um, it's weird that we would have two things based on the emergence in the same season. What if 1872? Can't picture that one. What if the Watcher disappeared? Maybe.
Interested
I
in
think
that
the
one.
last two, yeah, the last two episodes are vague enough because the last one is just called "What If." What if?
Okay.
And so I think that's where all of this. Oh my God! I think Howard is marrying Darcy based on this picture. That'll be interesting.
I'm so done. I'm also really
Darcy,
tired,
what are you
so
doing,
like
girl?
I'm not actually done, but like Darcy deserved better.
It'll be great.
Whatever.
It'll be great.
So great.
Trust the process. We're gonna look back at that last episode of What If and be like, "Dang, it was worth it. All of this makes sense now."
Oh my god. All right. That's our review for the third episode. Stick around tomorrow for the fourth episode and every episode of What If season 3 after that. Wherever you're watching or listening to this episode, be sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our reviews or all the exciting content in between, because we are very entertaining.
We're something.
We are something. We are trying. And you can find both of us on nerdinitiative.com, where we give our reviews for the latest movies, TV shows, comics, and they have different kind of shows pretty much every night of the week. So you're not missing much. So if you're not following, you're going to miss everything. So follow. Thanks for tuning in.
But you won't
See
miss
tomorrow.
anything if you are.
I've confused myself today. And that's
Listen,
where
it's
I'm gonna
early. You're fine.
stay. Thanks for tuning in. See you tomorrow. Have a marvelous day.
Bye.